Hello again. So the last video I made got cut off, I think right about here. So this will be part two of my autograph slash baseball card collection. Hopefully you guys find it interesting. So what we had gotten to after showing the Baseball Hall of Fame autograph cards, these are the football players here, and right about here is when I ran out of footage. So we got Don Shula up there, Willie Wood, Steve Largent, Dan Fouts, and all of these I got through the mail by corresponding to them care of their home addresses. Football Hall of Famers were very good with providing their signature, a lot easier to get than Baseball Hall of Famers were. You got Roger Staubach there. For some reason, he signed the back of the card instead of the front of the card. Chuck Bednarchik, Sam Huff, Jim Kelly, Eric Dickerson. He's got a cool signature. Gene Upshaw, he died. I think he had cancer. He was the head of the NFL Players Union. James Lofton, Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell was a coach or an athletic director at a college, and that's where I sent it to him. He didn't have a lot of cards during the 70s for whatever reason. I think there was some disagreement with Topps, and I think this is one of the only cards he has. This and maybe one other one. Otto Graham, that's a great one. Randy White, Marcus Allen. Sammy Baugh with a relic card. Dan Reeves, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet, I'm not sure. Bill Parcells, another guy who signed the back of the card instead of the front. John Madden, Hank Stram, Mike Munchak, Mean Joe Green, Thurman Thomas, Ted Hendricks, Ace Parker. He was the oldest living member of the Football Hall of Fame. He just died recently. He also played baseball, professional baseball. He played with the Philadelphia A's in the 1920s or 30s. Harry Carson, Gale Sayers. I had forgotten I got some of these actually. Fran Tarkenton, Steve Young. Every one of these guys here is in the Hall of Fame. Chris Carter. And what we have here are the women baseball players, you know, from like that League of Their Own movie was what they first became famous or into people's, you know, acknowledging about this. A couple of them, including, what's her name, Jenny Finch, the Olympic softball player. And then we have some umpire cards. And a couple back here. Alright, so that's the end of that book. What I'm going to show now is some autographed photos that I have, mostly Hall of Famers. What we have here is a shot of old Yankee Stadium, signed by, let's see, Moose Scourin, Bobby Shantz, Gil McDougall, Bobby Brown, Hank Bauer, Allie Clark, Bill Werber. So most of these guys are dead. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys are dead. So I've gotten these a long time ago. Lonnie Frey, Charlie Devins, who was a teammate of Babe Ruth, Johnny Strum, Bobby Shantz again, and Bill Werber, who was also a teammate of Babe Ruth. So I got those. This was a thing that I mailed to Bobby Dewar. He signed that. Angelina Jolie. I don't know if it's real, but I had sent it to her agency a long time ago, and I got that back. John Glenn, the astronaut. He sent me this photo. I asked him for an autograph, and he sent it. Linda Carter's autograph. To Tom with love. 2 of them. So I got that one. Nice shot there of Linda Carter. And some more Yankee goodness. So this was a magazine that's signed by a bunch of different players. We got Gil McDougall, Bobby Shantz, Ryan Doran, Hank Bauer, Bill Werber again, Moose Skowron, Paul Blair, Allie Clark, Lee Smith, Billy Sample, Sparky Lyle, Bobby Brown, and that's it. I was going to get more, but then I just stopped collecting. Brooklyn Dodgers stadium photo signed by Lonnie Frey, Johnny Padres, Bobby Morgan, and Don Zimmer. It's an 8x10 photo of Hall of Famer Billy Herman. An 8x10 photo signed by Mel Harder. Bill Werber, teammate of Babe Ruth. 8x10 of Hall of Famer Joe Sewell. 8x10 of Allie Reynolds. This is one of the first autographs I ever got. One of the first shows I ever went to. Luke Appling, Hall of Famer. Bobby Doer. I don't think I have anything on the back. So I have some stuff on the back. Cliff Mapes. He was actually, I think, the last guy to wear number 7 for the Yankees. After Mickey Mantle wore it. No. Maybe the last guy to wear number 3. Something like that. He's tied in with the uniform number with like, I think the only guy to wear number 3 and number 6 or something like that. Al Barlick and Bob Feller. Just go back and see if there's anything on the back of any of these. I don't think so. That's just how much I paid for that autograph. In 1991, I bought this for $40. Eddie Matthews. Frank Crissetti. This is a pretty cool photo. Here is a story behind this. I had mailed this to Tony Kubek, who didn't do autograph signings, and I had mailed him the photo to sign. He not only did he sign the photo I sent him, but he sent me another one of these back signed by everybody. So I have 2 of this. One's in a frame somewhere, which I got to find, and I have this one. That's a 3x5 index card of Stan Kovaleski with an 8x10 photo. Spec Shea, pitcher from the 40s with the Yankees. Cecil Travis, that was something I got through the mail. Derek Jeter. So I used to send him items care of spring training back in 1995 and 96, and before he became really popular, he would sign items and send them back. One of these days I'm going to send something that I've gotten signed by him to just see if it's been authenticated and it's legit, and not signed by like a clubhouse kid or something like that. So that's a Derek Jeter autograph, 8x10, so that's pretty cool. Bertie Tebbetts, Allie Clark, and I got that autographed in 1998. So, I mean, there's a glimpse of how long I've been doing this for. And my wife is coming downstairs. Orlando Cepeda.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video for YouTube, as I told you I would. Whitey Ford, 8x10. Johnny Mize. Ralph Houck. Whitey Ford. Jim Bunning. Ralph Kiner. Ray Hayworth. Joe Moore. And a lot of these non-Hall of Famer guys, I sent these photos to them in the mail, and they signed them back. So he was a player from 1930 to 1933. Monty Irvin and Larry Doby, when they were at the Negro Leagues. I used to have this hanging up in my house. Bob Feller. Rick Farrell. So this is a cool piece. This is a 1947 Yankees team photo that's been signed by Tommy Byrne, Spec Shea, Frankie Crosetti, Phil Rizzuto, Yogi Berra, Allie Clark, Bobby Brown, Tommy Henrik, Randy Gumpert, who gave up the first home run to Mickey Mantle, Ralph Houck, and Joe DiMaggio. I got all of these in person. And there's when I got the Joe DiMaggio autograph in June of 1998. So they had somebody there doing the authentication. There's that. We go with this. So that's pretty cool. Bobby Doerr and Eldon Hawker. Both of these I got through the mail by sending him the photos that I had found. Tony Kubek. This was a team-issued photo that I sent to him, and he signed. Milt Gadsden. This is the guy who had given up the most home runs to Babe Ruth. And Todd Presnell. There was a picture for the Brooklyn Dodgers. I had mailed him this photo. He signed it and sent me some of this stuff back. And this is just an unsigned Perez Steel card of Reggie Jackson. Never got around to getting him to sign it. So we're at 11 minutes. We probably just got a few minutes left for part 2. So this is a book of some 8x10s that I have gotten signed. Some of these I either made the 8x10s myself on my computer and sent it to them to have them signed. So we have Maria Sharapova. She had signed for me. Let's see if I can turn this around so we can get a better look at it. So there we got that. What I have here is an unused autograph ticket from one of my weekends up in Cooperstown. So this was in 2004. So Lou Brock was getting $50 a piece. I must have forgotten to hand the ticket in when I got this autograph. Bill Mazeroski, my friend Greg in Florida, got this for me at a Pirates fantasy camp. This is a thing I made myself on my computer. Bobby Doerr again. Duke Snider. Raleigh Fingers. I think this is a photo I made off of my computer. Duke Snider again. Duke Snider. Raleigh Fingers again. Another Bobby Doerr. Like I said, he's been a great signer through the mail, and he's still alive, still signing. Fergie Jenkins. George Kell. Rod Carew. He signed this in a silver pen. I kind of don't like this too much. This was another photo that I had made myself. Tom Seaver. Photo that I had made myself. This was like a blown up copy of his 1972 Topps in Action card. But he signed this for me. Lee McPhail. George Kell again. This is a photo that I had made. Lee McPhail. So a lot of these I printed off of my computer and mailed to some of these guys or got in person. This one I mailed to him. Bob Feller. Kirby Puckett. He's no longer with us. Johnny Bench. Duke Snider. Ozzie Smith on his induction program from Cooperstown. I had mailed this Care of the Hall of Fame, and he signed it, sent it back with that. Duke Snider again. A lot of these are sideways. Another Bobby Doerr. Sparky Anderson. Tony Perez. Certificate of authenticity with it. Red Shanedeist. I had another computer-generated image. Another Red Shanedeist in silver on a computer-generated image. It's forgot what famous artist that was that made those. Stan Musial. Willie McCovey, Al Kaline, Harry Callis, care of the Phillies, he died. Duke Snider, Louis Aparicio, Larry Doby. First autograph I ever got, I was like 7 years old, and Bob Feller was signing autographs. I still have it. So he wrote to Tommy Ryan. This is a canceled check for Hall of Famer Joe Sewell. It's a check that he had written in 1948 that I had purchased off of somebody. I was going to get it mounted with a photo. Never got around to doing that. Lou Boudreau. Another George Kell. Brooks Robinson. Tom Seaver. Jim Palmer. This one he wrote Hall of Fame 1990, 73, 75, 76 Cy Young Award winner, and no-hitter August 16th, 1969. Jim Palmer with a Perez Steele autographed and another 8x10 photo. Jim Palmer again. Another Jim Palmer. This is a photo that I had made off of my computer. Another created thing, a baseball card collage, Jim Palmer, and he signed this for me. Another Jim Palmer, I had made this one as well. Art Donovan, Nolan Ryan, here's a canceled check for George Kelly. He's a Hall of Famer. There's a photo that I've gotten too that was around the same time period. This was from 1946. This is an original wire photo from the newspapers. We're at 17 minutes. We've got to keep this moving. Dave Winfield. This was signed by Sparky Anderson and Al Kaline. There's a photo of me and Phil Rizzuto. Al Kaline, Ernie Harwell, and Phil Garner. Fergie Jenkins. Tom Seaver again. Hall of Fame 1992. Jerry Coleman. So these now I think I'm into my Yankees area. Wade Boggs with the certificate of authenticity from the Yankees. Enos Slaughter. Phil Rizzuto. I had gotten that before he even became a Hall of Famer. Yogi Berra. So, quick story on this. When he was in Cooperstown, I had him sign this, and his son, who was with him, had never seen this photo before. He asked me to send him one, which I did, and in return, he sent me an autographed baseball of Yogi, so I have that, which I'll show you in another video. Whitey Ford, Gaylord Perry. Keep moving. Yogi Berra, Don Larson for the perfect game. Another Lee McPhail. Chipper Jones. Rich Gossage. Another Rich Gossage. Robin Roberts. Whitey Ford. Clete Boyer. Mel Stoudemire. I actually took this picture myself at a Yankee game, and he signed this after I sent it to him in the mail. Rick Cerrone. Aaron Boone. Gil McDougall. Hector Lopez with Joe DeMastri. Clay Bellinger. Ken Griffey Sr. Joe Torre. He was a good signer through the mail. I don't know if we can see this or not. There you go. Jim Bouton. I might have to continue this video. Hank Bowery. Bobby Richardson, Phil Linz, Chris Chambliss, C.J. Nitkowski, Sparky Lyle and Goose Gossage on the cover of Sport Magazine, Horace Clark, Brandon Clausen, Mike Messina, Gene Woodling, Norm Seaburn, Randy Gumpert, first home run to Mickey Mantle, 47 World Series champs. This is an original photo signed by Bobby Brown, Billy Johnson, and Allie Clark, who died recently but lived in my town. He came over to my house actually and signed a bunch of stuff, so that was awesome. So this was an original photo from 1947. It was in the newspapers at that time. Allie Clark, Bobby Brown, Roy White. This is a program from 1978 signed by Ken Clay, Roy White, Chris Chambliss, Lou Piniella, Jay Johnstone, Greg Reynolds, Sparky Lyle, Mickey Rivers, and Ron Guidry. Quick story behind that: there was at a signing in Atlantic City, and a blizzard hit, and all the players were snowed in, and they couldn't escape, so I got all of these for nothing, actually, in the lobby. Frank Crosetti, George Steinbrenner. I got a George Steinbrenner autograph. I sent this care of the Yankees in spring training, and this came back. So that's pretty awesome. This is a publication from 1947, signed by Allie Clark again, Charlie Silvera, and Joe Bachman. Bob Shepard. This was a photo that I had taken of his plaque at